Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, today it's time for another foundation review, and I know, okay, I know, Found Explosion is still going strong, but your girl picked this one up, and I was actually really excited because a bunch of you guys reached out to me on Twitter and in the comments asking if I was going to review the newest from Kat Von D. This is her True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation, and I think there was just a lot of questions and a lot of buzz coming from this because it's being released, it's a little later than all the other ones that have been released, but it's also a different texture and it's not a hydrating foundation. So a bunch of people are kind of like, whoa, where did this come from? What's going on? And that's what we're here to talk about today. Now, diving into the description here, give you guys some cliff notes. It is a $36 foundation. You get one full fluid ounce. It is a lightweight medium coverage foundation available in 40 shades that will not clog your pores, or so they say. It is a liquid to powder foundation formula that is designed to flex with all of your expression. It says it sets down to an incredibly weightless feel and sets for a long wear, airy matte finish, ideal for normal to oily skin. That's really interesting. Again, just because right now I feel like we're seeing all of these other hydrating formulas, and then this one pops up and it's like, hello, I'm randomly like another matte foundation. And doesn't she already have a matte foundation? Now, real quick, just to revisit the shade range, I'm looking at it. It looks like it's broken down into 4 different categories. There's light, medium, tan, and deep. And from what I'm seeing in just the little arm pictorial on her website, it looks to be a nice gradation. It doesn't seem like there's any huge pocket that's missing, which is nice. Again, it's just more of a picture with swatches. I don't know if they're photoshopped on or not. It looks a little too perfect not to be. So I'm not sure, if these are an accurate representation, but from that, it looks like an okay shade range. So here's the one I picked up. This is in the shade Light 008. And as far as the packaging and the component goes, I'm not mad at it. It has this, encased kind of plastic tube. This right here, you just screw off, and then it is a squeezy tube on the inside. So from what I saw on the picture, basically this entire thing is hard plastic, but this right here is actually a squeezy tube. So you'll basically do this and then squeeze it out right here on the sides. I think from a conceptual design, I appreciate that it's something different, something that I haven't seen before. The only thing that I wonder is how easy is it going to be to get all of your product out of here? And that's just me kind of brainstorming and thinking ahead, but let's go ahead and, pour some out. Oh, very liquid. Oh, wow. Super ultra liquid. And I shook that up big time too. You can hear that, right? Girl, it's liquid. Now for application, I'm going to start off with a brush. And yes, this is the Jeffree Star Morphe brush. Oh, I know. Just leave that where it lie. My favorite brush that I wanted to use was actually the Fenty brush. I've been really into that one lately. But do you think your girl can find it? Absolutely not. So I have to use this little guy and just pray that the worlds don't implode on my face. So let's go ahead here and get to applying. Wow, that's a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Very lightweight though. Holy cow. It literally feels like nothing on my skin right now. It does apply and feather on very nicely. I think with a brush, it's a little bit on the streaky side. So I don't love that necessarily. But it does apply very fluid. Oh, and per usual, by the way, hi, hello, I always forget this part. I did already go ahead and prime and prep the skin, which I always do prior to coming on camera, and I always split it down the middle of the face if you are new here. This side, I did Tatcha Silk Canvas as a control variable. And on this half of the face, I did the Farsali Skin Tune Blur just to kind of check a different consistency. A slightly hydrating base, but not overly so. Back to application, first of all, I don't know what kind of yellow ass undertone this is. This is painfully yellow undertone. Wow. I don't necessarily, oh yeah, I can't find my headband either. Wow, have I ever done this before? Hello. All right, that'll work for now. Also, I just drug my hair through this entire bit of foundation. So this is a good day so far. Guys, I promise I'm not normally this much of a hot mess. I think what I'm gonna do though, I just grabbed a little bit more foundation and I'm gonna try pressing this onto my face with a sponge. This is the Dose of Color sponge. Recently talked about this in my favorites video, which if you missed it, I will link up there. This is a fantastic sponge, but I really think what this foundation is needing is just some cuddly lovin', because honestly with a brush, it just looks painfully textured, and the streaks are drying down into streaks because remember it said it was going to be a slightly dried down airy matte kind of formula, and I don't necessarily love that, especially when the consistency is more on the streaky side, but I'm willing to give it some go here. Let's give it a try. So I know that it says buildable to a medium coverage. I'm going to tell you right now, crappy medium coverage. On the lighter side of medium coverage. Not a fan. Oh, hello, beautiful people. Up close Paige here. And it's time to have a discussion because this looks so bad on my face. I don't know what is going on and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but on and around my nose, oh my word. It looks ridiculous. And like around my nose, look at all the settling. And that was with me really like trying to buff it in and then trying to blend it in and trying to do all this work. And it just looks so freaking bad. Guys, look at the Hulk wrinkle. Look at what is happening on my forehead. Oh my good Lord, it looks so bad. And I'm already getting settling, by the way, into my smile lines. And I've literally done nothing. And my face is itching. Oh my God, why does my face itch? Ah! You guys, I look like a crinkly, wrinkly 75-year-old man. Why do I look so old? What is happening on my face right now? I just zoomed this out and over my textured acne right here. Oh, this is so not good. Oh, this is not good. This is the opposite of good. This is bad. My face is really starting to itch. All right, beautiful people. So in the interest of being a good beauty person, I am going to remove this. Oh my God, thank you. My face was like not liking it, starting to itch. Okay. Had to get rid of it. Oh, thank you, God. But I'm going to remove this. I am then going to try and apply it with just my hands. I did this with another foundation and it applied differently and it actually worked a lot better. So I will give it one more shot and see if it works or not. You know what is truly remarkable about this foundation though, is that it really does have like this bizarre lightweight like powder feel to it. It is crazy how lightweight this feels. Like if this were to work for me, the feeling is unbelievably light. Kind of why I was hoping maybe if I applied it with my hands, maybe I wouldn't have as much settling. Like maybe the problem is that I was over applying it or adding too much, given how nice and thin the consistency is designed to be. But even when I go in and apply a thin amount, it's like settling insane on my skin, like into every single pore, every single nook and cranny. Now let's see here. I didn't go in with primer because I'm just, you know, playing around at this point. And for not going in with a primer, I actually feel like it did set down a lot nicer. Now my nose still looks bizarre and it didn't give me any coverage, but it's working a lot better this way than it did the other way. So maybe that's a point with this foundation is less is more. I'm going to take, speaking of though, I'm going to grab just a little bit more. I'm going to see if you can build it. Also, by the way, this shade, not even close to what it was on the website, just so you guys know. Okay, so applied with your hands, a couple of things to note. Number one, settles down infinitely better than it did with a sponge or a brush, which is very interesting. But it still is settling into literally every single pore on my face, like right through here, just like it did before. And I'm starting to itch. Like right down here, I itch like crazy. Up on my cheek, I'm itching really, really bad. That's so weird though, because the texture of this, like I wish I could explain it to you. It quite literally feels like if you took a compact right now, like my hands are completely dry and the feel of it is so light and so thin. And it feels like if you were to take like a Makeup Forever or that type of a compact foundation and run your hand through it, that's how this feels when it dries down on your skin. Like the dry down of it is so, so good. I just wish it didn't settle into every single, not just pore, but like texture, and it doesn't give me any coverage at all. And I wish the color would have been accurate to the website, and I really wish this didn't itch. Oh my God, I gotta take it off. Gotta take it off, guys. Sorry, oh my God. Can't do it. My poor face is like, Paige, how many times? How many times must we deal with this insolence? Tell you what, you really got to scrub-a-dub-dub it to get it out of your pores, though. Holy crap. Once it's in there for life. Okay, beautiful people, it is Paige of about 15 minutes later. I had to run off of camera and not only remove that, but go give my face some hydration because that many makeup wipes combined with the stinging of that foundation, for whatever reason, was just really bothering my skin. Big shocker. So I went off, I kind of regrouped for a second, and it's nothing you can see on camera, but I also did have the slight formation of like these weird little surface bumps already just from the time that I was wearing this foundation. And my hope is that because I went ahead and I cleansed my face and I got rid of it as quickly as I could, I'm really hoping that my skin doesn't form like any weird acne or whatnot from this. But I think based on those 2 attempts at application, this foundation is just not for you, girl. This type of video is why I love first impressions, because yes, it sucks that it didn't work, so on and so forth. I can get on to that here in a second, but I just think that there's so much value in seeing that initial application and seeing all the different ways and the attempts at trying to make something work when very clearly it nor my skin wanted it to be on there. So a couple things I do want to mention about this little guy. I do think it has some pros. I don't think everything it said in the description is misleading. I don't agree with the medium coverage aspect. I feel like if you're going to call that medium, it was a very light medium and it was not buildable past that light medium mark, at least not for me. Not even on my more lightly red areas, I still couldn't get those covered. As far as the pores aspect go, it says it's not gonna clog them, but like it was so far down in my pores. It was like drilling for oil in my pores. And you don't gotta try to dig for oil in these pores, honey, let me tell you that. So I think, can I technically say it's gonna clog them? No, but like girl, it gets down in there and it really settles. And it's not even just like pores on my nose, it was all through here. It was over this entire region, like where I have texture and acne. It just settles into everything. And then of course we can address the fact that it did make me itch not once but twice, and it was tried with 2 different primers as well as no primers and 3 different application methods. And girl, my skin said no every single time. So for me, this is definitely not something that I would recommend, just again, based on what you guys just saw. You guys know I can work with color, I can work with texture, I can work with a lot, but like, I can't work with it when you're making my skin like have a situation that I'm not a fan of. So let me know again from you guys down below. What do you think? Did you guys see what I was talking about? Have you tried this? And if so, did it work for you? What are your thoughts and opinions? And of course, if you haven't done so yet, you can subscribe and turn on your post notifications to this here YouTube channel. I do upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. But you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Y'all, I feel like such a failure. I feel like a failure and a half, girl. How are you still in my pores on my nose? How? How are you still there? Who did you pay? Girl's all up in my eyebrows too. Like, what are you doing in there? Do not hide. Ain't nobody got time for your business. No, we're not buying what you're selling. May you stay forever young. Its innovative liquid to powder foundation formula features exclusive elastic essence effect to... Again, I'm left wondering, where did my Shape Tape go? Where, oh, where did it go? Don't fall, don't fall. Okay, or fall, that's fine.